What was that come from J&J?
Yeah.
What the heck were they doing?
I don't know. They're watching something, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
So how was your day?
How was my day? It was good. It was lazy.
That's okay.
Yeah.
COVID, we're gonna have lots of lazy days, I think, eh?
Yeah. I got up, I went for a walk, and then I had a nap. And then I taught a yoga class at 3 o'clock.
Oh, did you? To who?
To the Gloucester Skating Club. So yeah, they're like we've been doing Sunday yogas at 3 o'clock. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so it was fun. So I just so it's they're doing it for families. So it's like family yoga. So it's kids and their families can do it. So it's nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we did that, and then I was like, what do I want to eat for dinner? And there's a new Indian place that just opened up called Wow India. It's Indian fusion. So I got some Indian. So my stomach's a little full still because I'm like ate too much of it.
Where is this restaurant?
Just on I'm trying to think of the street, like Vincent Massey, Brookdale, and I don't think it's Vincent Massey, it might be 14th.
Is it in that little square? Is it in that little square?
Yeah, where Subway is. Yeah, Subway.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, where Cora's is. So, yeah. It used to be they opened where like the fish and chip shop was. I can't remember the name of it. Like
Yeah, is that gone now? I didn't even know.
Yeah, the fish and chip shop there is gone. Yeah, Captain Jack's or something, or
No, that's a different place, I think. Joey's? It was Joey's?
Joey's Fish or something. Yeah, that one's gone. Yeah.
Oh, when did that die?
I don't know, but now it's an Indian restaurant.
What do you know?
Yeah. So.
Okay. COVID caused a lot of casualties, I think.
It's crazy, eh? Like, just, yeah.
Have you talked to Marilyn at all about stuff for summer or the fall?
She's right now doing virtual stuff. So she's doing a lot of virtual stuff right now with her like SDNG Fitness, like through Zoom. But I think they're hoping to be back in June, right? Like I hope after this lockdown, like the 20th or something, that things will slowly get back to normal. Hopefully.
We've been saying that a long time, Mark.
I know. Well, we gotta just continue to be optimistic, right? Because some people are not very optimistic, so it's
ride out the storm.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. But I planted veggies and they're starting to sprout, so that's exciting.
What's that, Mark? Sorry?
I planted some veggies inside.
There you go.
In a little like tub, so I've got broccoli starting to sprout and some.
He started growing.
He's got broccoli already?
Inside.
Yeah, yeah. So they're just like little guys, like this big.
Oh, it's so encouraging.
I know, and I'm like, so I'm using a water bottle, like a spray bottle, instead of like pouring water on it. So I'm just like, yeah.
That's great.
Is there anything that we should start growing in advance?
Yeah, tell me where.
I don't know where, but that's
we'd have to take over a room, and right now we don't have.
I guess we have to build a.
We're in the middle of so many projects right now that there's no room at the inn for anything new.
Yeah, I just used like plastic. My mom, like when my mom, she bought like a lot of shoe like bins, like plastic shoes, like where like it's that. So I just put a little bit of soil in the bottom of that, and then I just did rows. And then I used the lid, so I kind of put the lid on, so it kind of like keeps because they're clear. They're like clear plastic. So I use the lid a little bit to like add moisture to it, so it like heats it.
Yeah. But then you have to put that somewhere, Mark. Where in your house is that?
I have it in my side upstairs in like the middle room. There's like it's always in the sun, so.
Yeah, you see, it would be like.
It would be in the garage too.
Yeah, no, that'd be too cold, and there's not enough sun. Yeah, and if you put it to the window, it's still cold. So sometimes the cold can actually, like the perfect spot is between, well, I've planted stuff there before, or ripened things between the window in the kitchen,
Between the shutter,
between the shutter and the window. Perfect little spot.
not a lot of room, but
No, but it would get cold. So you need what Mark is describing as you need like a little greenhouse, and he's fabricated a greenhouse with the plastic, which is awesome.
hopefully the cold will not be.
But I don't know where I would put that. That's the issue. I don't have that space. We could put it in the dining room potentially, but the dining room's kind of used.
Kind of.
As an office.
Yeah, sometimes office,
Oh, well,
sometimes macrame shop, sometimes mealtime.
About to be build a greenhouse next.
I would
Yeah.
love a greenhouse.
COVID.
But greenhouse is a structure because you have to, yeah, you know what I mean? Like when we go to Marlin's, the greenhouse.
And you have to heat it if you want us. Yes.
But that's cool. It's nice to hear that that's growing.
Yeah, I'm hoping. The peppers aren't doing so well, but everything else is doing pretty well. So.
Have you seen marigold seeds anywhere?
I did, yes. Home Depot.
Okay. Mr. Home Depot.
Well, you can walk through there, right? That part?
Yeah.
I think?
The garden center's open. Yeah.
I want marigold seeds.
That's the only part you can.
Couldn't get any marigolds last year, so I think I have to plant them from seed this year.
Yeah. And they take like 4 to 6 weeks to like start to germinate. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we'll need.
There's our missing Jay.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh.
Did you get to go outside today? Everybody?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Sorry, Josh, I muted you.
Yeah, we did our 5K in the park at in Ingleside.
Cool.
So that's where we did our 5K yesterday as well. Yesterday we did laps, and then we do the monkey bars. And we do another lap, do the monkey bars, do another lap, do the monkey bars.
Getting ready
so
for those Spartan races someday.
Yeah, so working on upper body. Julie found the monkey bars in Ingleside. They're actually tall enough that adults can use them. And they have also the equivalent of rings, like a ring on a hook that you can swing back and forth from. Most of the most of the jungle gyms you go for, they're not sized for, like they're sized for kids. So when you're trying to swing or do whatever from them, you end up dragging your feet. But this one's, I just have to tuck my ankles a little bit, and I can do it no problem.
There you go.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That bar downstairs, I should just do chin-ups downstairs.
Yeah. Anywhere you got a door frame, anywhere you got a bar, you could do chin-ups.
Yeah, well, we've got the bar.
Upper
Stephen
body.
actually had one installed, and
Yep.
I just need to get the stuff out of that room so that I could actually access the bar. Greg. Is Julie joining us?
Is there anything that you guys want to do today? Anything that you want to stretch? Everybody, nobody says.
I'm not saying a word.
I was gonna do a relaxing class. I think the only really like one that I was gonna do that's really intense was deer pose, which really isn't that intense. So.
Except for you.
Yeah. Everything else is gonna be more like relaxing and just let my body settle.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like I'll do shoulders because we did like stuff yesterday with like the chaturangas and you were doing monkey bars. And then, yeah.
Great. That sounds good.
All right. Well, let's start in Shavasana then. Let's start laying down on our backs.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And as you make your way into Shavasana, just allowing your body to begin to settle into your mat. Taking a deep breath in. exhale it all out, let it all go. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it all out, let it all go. And with every inhale and exhale, allowing your body to begin to settle. Letting your mind begin to calm. And letting your day slow down. Taking a few moments to check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling. Notice how your body's feeling. Taking a few moments to scan from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And notice if there's any areas where you might be holding a little bit of tension. Any areas that might be a little bit tight or a little bit stiff. Or any areas that might be a little bit sore. And sending your breath to those areas. Letting your breath bring relief to anything that might be sore. Bringing softness to anything that might be tight or stiff. Letting your breath dissolve any tension. Letting your body melt a little bit more into your mats. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to float by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. And take a few moments this evening to set an intention for your practice. Something you wish to receive from your class. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Then on your next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then opening your arms up into a T and gently letting your knees fall to your right side, coming into a twist. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bends. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into your mats. And the option to set a block underneath your knees is always available for a little bit of support. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling. Letting your breath bring softness. Letting your body settle a little bit more into the twist. Allow your shoulders to soften. We'll take a few more breaths here. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then on the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you gently let your knees fall to your left side. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bend. Keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into your mat. You could always slide a block underneath the knees for a little bit of support. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling on this side. Letting your breath bring ease to those areas. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Allow your shoulders to soften. We'll take a few more breaths here. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you draw the soles of your feet together, and then coming into reclined butterfly. So allow your hips to open up and gravity to draw your knees closer to your mats. You could always draw your knees closer to your body for a little bit more sensation in your hips, or draw them a little bit further away to soften the sensations. Drawing your right hand onto your abdomen and your left hand onto your heart. Allow your hips to open up. And gravity to draw your knees closer to the mats. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest and abdomen with every inhale and exhale. Letting your body settle a little bit more. And if your mind wanders or drifts away or gets a little distracted, just letting that go. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Allow your shoulders to soften. Removing any tension from your neck. We'll take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Let it all go. Then on your next inhale, slowly drawing your hands underneath your knees, gently helping them up. Drawing your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Then opening up to happy baby, grab the outside of your feet. Open your knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Drawing your knees back together. Letting your knees sway from the left to the right. Gently letting your knees fall to your left side or to your right side, coming into fetal position. We'll take a couple breaths here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it all out. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up, making your way to tabletop position. Stacking your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Moving into a few cat-cows. On our inhale, drop our belly, pull our chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine. On the next inhale, try to open up your shoulders a little bit more. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your chin in a little bit deeper. Inhale, maybe your eyes drop slightly higher. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your tailbone in a little bit deeper. Take a few more breaths here. Inhale, open up your shoulders a little bit more. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your chin in a little deeper. Couple more. Inhale, maybe your eyes drop slightly higher. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your tailbone in a little bit deeper. Last one, take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out as you round your spine, tucking your tailbone and chin in just a little bit deeper. And then coming back to neutral spine, very nice. So from here, we're gonna come into thread the needle. So plant your right hand into the mat. Inhale, reach your left hand up. And then on the exhale, draw your left arm underneath your right. As you release your left shoulder onto your mat and your left cheek. And you can always keep your hand here, right underneath your shoulder, or you can walk your hand out forward, like in front of you, which will stretch a little bit of your right shoulder. Or you can always reach your right hand up and draw it to your left hip. So breathing into your left shoulder. Allowing your breath to bring softness to any sensation that you're feeling. Letting your left shoulder settle a little bit more. We'll take a few more breaths here. Allowing your shoulder to settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Then drawing your right hand back underneath your shoulder. Begin to press into your right hand as you release your left arm, giving it a little bit of a gentle wave. Plant your left hand down onto your mat. Inhale, float your right hand up to the sky. And exhale, draw your right arm underneath your left. As you release your right shoulder onto your mat and your right cheek. So you can keep your left hand here, or you can walk your left hand out in front. Or you can always reach your left hand up and draw it to your right hip, which will increase the sensation to your right shoulder. Keep breathing in, letting your breath bring ease. Letting your right shoulder settle a little bit more. We'll take a few more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On the next inhale, draw your left hand back onto the mat as you begin to press in, releasing your right arm, giving it a little bit of a gentle wave. Whew, very nice. And then from here, we're gonna walk our hands out and come into Sphinx pose. So lower all the way down onto your stomach. As you draw your elbows underneath your shoulders, remove any tension from your legs. Allow your eyes to close. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, breathe into any sensation that you're feeling in your spine. Maybe you feel it in your mid-spine or a little bit in your shoulders. Letting your breath bring softness to those areas. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, draw your chin into your chest. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your chin a little bit closer? Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your chin back up. And then on your exhale, draw your right ear to your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your ear a little bit closer to your shoulder? Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On the next inhale, slowly draw your chin back to center. And on your exhale, as you draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your ear a little bit closer to your shoulder? Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On the next inhale, slowly draw your chin back to center as you lift it back up. So the option to stay here in Sphinx pose, or maybe you move to seal. So taking your hands to the edges of your mat as you press into the palms of the hands and straighten your elbows. Allow the shoulders to drop back and down from your ears. Notice if you picked up any tension in your legs. Maybe you feel a little bit mobile in your spine today and you walk your hands up a little bit closer. Again, breathing into any sensation that you're feeling. Trying to keep your breath nice and deep. We'll take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to lower down, very nice. As you draw your hands together, and then letting your forehead rest on the top of your hands. Allow your spine to settle, your shoulders to soften. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On the next inhale, draw your hands underneath your shoulders. Push up to tabletop. And from here, coming into closed knee child's pose. So release your toes and sit back on your feet. And you can draw your elbows to your knees, or you can always take your hands to your feet. Tucking your chin, allowing your spine to round. And if your forehead doesn't rest on the mat, maybe you slide a block or a cushion or a blanket, just to try to remove tension from your neck. Allow your shoulders to soften. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, can you tuck your chin a little bit closer to your chest? Take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly make your way back to tabletop position. And from here, as we come into puppy pose. So from here, walking your hands out. And you can allow your forearms to bend, your elbows to bend and come onto your forearms. Or maybe you want a deeper stretch and you walk your fingertips out a little bit further. You can draw your forehead onto your mat. Or you can draw your chin onto the mat. Making sure that your hips are on top of your knees. Breathing into your shoulders and into your upper traps. Letting your breath bring ease. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out maybe a little bit further? Breathing into your shoulders. We'll take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. And as you open your knees as wide as your mat, coming into wide, deep child's pose, draw your big toes together, and then send your hips back. Allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your hips to settle. And you can leave your hands out in front of you, or you can always draw them to your feet if that feels comfortable, or just by your side. Notice how your shoulders feel as they begin to release. Breathing into your hips. Letting them soften with your exhale. Removing any tension from your neck. And take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. Ooh, very nice. So from here, we'll make our way into deer pose. So taking your right leg out in front of you and coming into a 90-degree angle. And then your left leg into a 90-degree angle. So I'll go this way. And then from here, squaring your shoulders to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out. And so maybe you start on the palms of your hands. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Or maybe let your body rest all the way down. You could always slide a block or a cushion on your knee for a little bit of rest. You could put a block in front of you and let your forehead rest on the top of your block. But breathing into any sensation that you're feeling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Letting your upper body draw a little bit closer to your leg. Breathing into any sensations that you're feeling. Letting your breath bring a little bit of softness to those areas. Got a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. Exhale it all out. Slowly begin to walk your hands up. And from here, as we make our way into Twisted Deer, so walking your hands over to your right. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly begin to walk your hands out. And so maybe you start on the palms of your hands, or maybe you come down onto your forearms, or maybe you let your body rest all the way down onto the mat. And take a few moments to notice where the sensations have changed. And breathing into those areas. Letting your breath bring ease. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out maybe a little bit further, challenging your edge. Letting your body settle a little bit more. And a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you walk your hands forward. And then take your left leg and draw it forward. We're going to move into Shavasana. So straightening your right leg in front of you. And then lower all the way down onto your back. And allow your shoulders to soften. And notice how your right hip feels as it begins to release. Maybe you feel a little bit on the outside of your right leg. You may feel a little bit in the top of your left quad. Breathing into any areas where you might be feeling a little bit of sensation. Got a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then letting your knees sway from the left to the right. Gently letting your knees fall to your left side or to your right side, coming into fetal position. We'll take a couple breaths here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position. As we make our way into deer on the other side. So having your left leg at a 90-degree angle and your right leg as a 90-degree angle. Square your shoulders to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, begin to walk your hands out. So maybe you start on the palms of your hands. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe you slide a block underneath your forehead. And breathing into any sensation that you're feeling on this side. Notice if you're carrying any tension in your shoulders. Allowing them to soften with your exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge. Letting your upper body draw a little bit closer to your leg. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling. Letting your breath bring a little bit of softness. Got a few more breaths here. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As we make our way to twisted deer, so walking your hands over to your left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, begin to walk your hands out. So maybe you start on the palms of your hands. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. And take a few moments to notice where the sensations have changed. Where you might be feeling it now. And letting your breath bring ease. You can always draw a block underneath your forehead. Allow your shoulders to soften. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge. You have a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. And as you draw your right leg forward and straighten your left leg, making our way into Shavasana, and just make sure that you have your block handy. Lower all the way down. Allow your palms to face up. Letting your body melt into your mat. Allow your shoulders to soften. And notice how your left hip feels as it begins to relax. Maybe you feel a little bit on the outside of your left leg. Maybe a little bit into your right quad. Breathing into any sensation. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. And take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. And then from here, grabbing your block and coming into waterfall. So shifting your hips up as you slide the block underneath your tailbone and straighten your legs to the ceiling. Allow your palms to face up. Allow your shoulders to soften. And the option, maybe you move your arms to cactus, so bend your elbows. Allow your shoulders to soften. Breathing into any sensations that you're feeling, maybe in your shoulders if they're in cactus. Letting your breath bring softness. Notice maybe if your mind has wandered or gotten distracted. Just letting that go. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. Letting your body settle a little bit more. On the next inhale, if your arms are in cactus, slowly begin to release them. As you draw your knees into your chest, shifting up your block, shifting up your hips, removing the block, drawing your knees into your chest and give them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side, a little bit of forward and backwards, circling your knees in one direction, circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then opening your arms up into a T and letting your knees gently fall to your right, just coming to a twist for a couple breaths. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into your mat, adjusting your knees to where they feel comfortable. And we'll take a couple breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you let your knees gently fall to your left side, keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into your mat. Adjusting your knees to where they feel comfortable. We'll take a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you open up to happy baby, grab the outside of your feet, open your knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, open up to Shavasana, legs as wide as your mats. Palms to face up. Letting your body melt into your mat. Taking this opportunity to let go. Letting your body find rest. Letting your mind find peace. Breathing into any areas where you might be feeling a little bit of sensation. Letting your breath bring softness. Letting your body melt a little bit more into your mat. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Your mind find a little bit more peace. On your next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Slowly waking up your body. Drawing your attention back to the room. On your next inhale, slowly begin to reach your arms up and overhead. And as you grab one wrist, gently pull it to one side of the room, feeling the stretch in your side body. Release that wrist, grab your other wrist as you gently pull it to the opposite side. Releasing that wrist, reach your hands to the very back of the room and your feet to the very front. On your next inhale, take a full body stretch, breathe in. Exhale, let it all go. Slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then letting your knees sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to your right side or to your left side. Coming into fetal position. Offering breaths of gratitude. Grateful for your practice this evening. Grateful that you took time to slow down and to connect with your body and with your breath. Take a few moments to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands to heart center when you arrive. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. On the next inhale, draw a gentle smile to your face. Exhale it all out. Take a few moments to thank your body for all the hard work it did this evening. I thank you, and I'm humbled and blessed by your practice. Namaste. Wonderful work.
Very good, you guys. Josh and Julie are in the dark.
They're like,
Yes.
Hey, what's going on there?
Someone was snoring a little bit. He loves it. At the end, that's his favorite.
Julie.
That means he's all relaxed.
It's funny, Mark, that I used to fall asleep when we used to do the classes
And then-
outside of the house, but at the house I don't fall asleep.
Maybe if you grab like a blanket or your jacket, you'll fall asleep.
I used to do it at the old.
Oh my goodness. Julie, I used to fall asleep all the time.
I did a couple times at the other church, because I think it was in the morning, but the sun would be shining in.
Oh.
And I remember a few times, like, 'cause I was so tired dozing, and then catching myself, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did I like snore out loud? And I'd be drawing back.
Oh, fun. Fun. That was excellent. I love deer.
I love
Yeah.
It was
Deer is
Feels
so
good.
good because you just enter your own little world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing goes on around you. It's just you and your pose, and you just slowly fall deeper and deeper into it. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorite poses.
Yeah.
And forget about the pain.
if you like, you know, because I've been doing it for so long, but like if I was like new to it, I probably would have like pillows stacked between my like body and my legs just so that I could like fall asleep on
Yeah,
it.
I
Right?
think
Like,
that's what you need. I think we need to prop you up a little bit because you're holding there's tightness because your head doesn't go all
I
the
can't
way
get
down.
closer down there. It just
So I think if you had a pillow or pillows, you would probably feel the difference.
I need for my elbows.
You can relax into it.
Just do this, George. Put your forehead on a block. That's what I
If
do.
you have lots.
Find that comfortable at all.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I've tried it.
Pillows would be
So
good.
where's your
Pillows. Maybe it has to be up higher.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
a block, put a pillow on it, and put that on your head on it.
Yeah.
even if like
And then if you hear snoring, then you know it works.
Well, you quiet yourself tonight.
Well, I almost went to sleep.
Yeah.
right? Like even if you put like the pillow here, and then at least
Oh,
like
that's true.
here, right? So then there's like a little bit of support. That's like
I got enough padding there, Mark. I don't know if I need a pillow.
No, but I think you do because I think you
No,
do.
just-
Outside the chest.
Yeah.
yeah, it just lets your body rest, right? Like sometimes when you just put the block underneath your head, it's like there's tension that removes from your neck, right? So then it's like you're not holding pressure up here, like you're just kind of like letting those areas soften.
All right, I'll try that next time.
So for me, it's the puppy pose. The shoulders, I know that that's my weak area anyway, but oh my gosh. I can do the chin one, but the shoulder pain is ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. But it's such a great pose because I know that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah. I envy the dogs that do it so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and the cats do the good puppy pose too.
Yeah.
It's like that beautiful stretch, eh? Yeah.
Next time you do puppy pose, try to like think of like rotating your shoulders maybe. So like sometimes they're here, like so like you're here, right? But like try to like draw them like so that you like almost like turn your elbows in so that it squares the shoulder.
Yeah.
That might help.
She's gonna try it right now, Mark.
Okay. So draw. Oh yeah. Okay.
So like try to turn the elbows in, right? So
Yeah.
that like rotates the shoulders a little
Yeah.
bit.
I'm on my forehead though.
Yeah, but then you'll slowly like it'll slowly release, right? So then you won't have to actually like think about turning them in. You can then they'll like kind of relax, right?
Okay. Okay. I'll try that. Good.
We'll practice that during the week, Mark.
But yeah, anything planned for the week? Just
Work. I
Yeah.
just want to work.
That W
I
word, we don't
just
like that
wanna-
W
What
word.
is that song? I just wanna.
Stay home or something.
No. I
I
just.
want to bang on the drum all day.
That's what I want to do,
Yeah.
Josh.
Someday.
And you probably haven't taken any time, right? Like,
Every vacation I've planned, I've had to cancel almost.
yeah. I was talking to a friend, I'm like, I'm hoping we can take a vacation January 2022, but who knows, right? Like,
So Julia is actually off. Her placement ends at the end of this week. So I don't know what more I need to do, but I've prepared my team. I've said I'm taking Friday the 23rd and the week after to be off with her. I just hope, I hope nothing happens because it was supposed to have taken, what week did you just finish taking off? Last week. And I had to cancel it.
wow. It's hard.
Yes, Julie, I hope you guys can travel in January back to,
Yeah. We haven't had any time at all this year, which, I mean, it's understandable. I'm not gonna complain because I'm glad that we have work, right?
Right.
So it's been good. So we'll have vacation, we'll have lots of vacation for next year if we can take it off, right? So,
you can double up this year though, Julie, for last year, right?
well, that's what I told him. I said, I'm gonna take 4 weeks and we're gonna stay in Madeira for 4 weeks.
Exactly.
And then I'm like, but that depends here, you know, if you have someone to.
I know.
But we still work, like, if we have a laptop and everything, that's what we did last time, we can still check emails, do everything. So as long as there's someone at the office, and Matt was really good last time we went, right? So we took 2 weeks then, so we'll see.
Let's hope.
It's hard to,
Well, we hope to go to Peru in March, I hope.
Peru, the Netherlands, Rome.
yeah.
The world. I think we're quitting our jobs.
Yes, now retire, we have friends where he was gonna wait a certain time and now he's thinking, okay,
I'd be
you know, maybe a couple years earlier, even though they don't, you know, you might not have enough, but they'll just like, oh, we'll just stay home or whatever and then travel after just because,
Yeah, if you keep putting it off, then it's just.
yeah. Or at least part-time too. I think he can do part-time, but.
Yeah,
So.
I know. I never thought of retirement as much as I've had this past year or so.
Because you've been working a lot.
Good old COVID.
Yeah.
Hell of a year. Anyways.
On a better note.
Yeah.
I know why Amin gets depressed.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah. And that whole, well, I think they changed it now, right? Like the whole policing and
Oh.
stuff. And then I was on Twitter and they changed, I think they did. I didn't go,
Yeah, they
Yes.
did. They
it
announced.
looked like they were supposed to change a lot of stuff,
They
so.
walked it back. It just was wrong from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
going
just
too far.
surprised they didn't even, like, did they discuss it with them before they did their little presentation? Or, you know?
Good question.
It's a very good point. Somebody made that, I think it was a doctor who said the Premier Ford keeps saying he's being advised. He says, I'd like to know who's providing advice because some of these decisions have just been wrong.
Quick to act, but not thinking. No thinking. Boo.
Yeah, anyway, I don't know. You know what? I think it's all well-intentioned. I don't think it's
Yeah.
malicious at all. I think at this point, he's probably shaking his head going, I don't know what to do
He doesn't know what to
anymore."
do to stop this.
Right.
I think he's so frustrated with the supply of vaccines not
Yeah.
being there, that really that's the solution.
And we can't do anything, right? Like,
Oh,
you can tell people to social distance, but it doesn't matter what you shut down. If they weren't gonna do it day one, they're not gonna do it. So
No,
you just-
exactly.
You just have to let, I don't know.
You have your phone on you?
no, not when I do yoga.
What do you got? What are you up to? What are you up to?
I'm
It'll
gonna,
send you
I'm
something.
gonna send you something. I'll send it to the group and then you can watch Mark laugh at it. How's that?
But even like the AstraZeneca, right? Like it's like 1 in a million or 1 in like however million is getting a blood clot. Like how many people on a regular life basis get blood clots? Like there's a lot of people in the world that gets a blood clot, right? I'm like, I'll go take the AstraZeneca. Like
That's
just
what Steven said. He said, crap, 70% efficacy on everything? I'll take it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, is it a fluke? They don't know, eh? They just don't know.
But the person, the lady that got it is fine. Like she's not like she just had a blood clot. Like it's just like
You know what has a 30% chance of having blood clots?
Cool.
You know what has a 30% chance of getting blood clots?
No, what?
you know what?
Someone with COVID.
is that a groundhog, Josh?
No, it's a sheep.
What
Oh.
was it? What did you send? I don't have mine. What did you send?
Di's looking at it on her.
Oh my
Is it
god.
sheep?
Oh,
Yeah.
what was it? Ontario right now?
Yeah, the caption is Ontario right
It's
now.
out.
It's a
Yay, we're free.
Oh, that one- oh,
Oh, I didn't see that.
oh my gosh, the poor
No,
sheep.
just ran right back
I
into.
didn't see that.
is that
Like-
the term?
like-
Is that the term
Well,
for?
they did Alberta's pretty bad too, so.
Gosh.
Doing things over for the same result? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Josh.
I can watch that over and over and over.
Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Poor sheep.
I know.
It runs off.
He's loving every minute.
No mercy, Josh.
Well, you guys have a good week, okay?
Yeah, you do. And I'll see you guys back.
On Saturday.
I never seen Josh laugh so much. That's a good one.
Oh, gosh. Bye, guys.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.
Actually, you showed that to me and I never saw